Go.
Indeed.
Hello and welcome back to Kavran D&D, a recap of last time. Having discovered the submerged tunnel beneath the pool, the party set out to explore, learning they were too long to swim naturally. Arwen chose to wild shape with Namiri and set to exploring, while Stix and Klari stood guard. They learned that the tunnels led to a cavern with several rocky shelves, one of which was blocked by a wall of ice, leaving them unable to access an additional chamber. Getting Namiri to break down the wall awoke a froghemoth that lived on one of the other shelves. Meanwhile, Stix and Clary's presence above ground had attracted the attention of some of the wayward spirits on the battlefield. The spirits congregated but initially seemed non-hostile. But when Arwen and Namiri resurfaced, pursued by the froghemoth, it attempted to drag them back into the water. Agitated by the combat, the spirits converged, attacking the party. Kleri was briefly swallowed, and the hard-hitting spirits were vanquished, allowing the party to use a series of polymorph spells and wild shape to swim through the tunnels. Beyond the ice wall, they discovered an icy chamber, a number of creatures preserved in ice, along with a small treasure hoard. They decided to leave the battlefield. On foot this time, they encountered a guardian spirit, a fallen healer who lingered to warn others of the dangers the battlefield still imposed. They were also able to inform the party that a number of different dragons and treasure hunters had scoured the hoard of the Great Protector, spreading the wealth far and wide. The party decided to send Hugo and Namiri off together to gather what information they could about dragons in the region, while they themselves explored, looking for clues about where the treasure might have gone. As they awoke on the following morning, they received a message from a mage associated with one of their dear friends, Lady Genevieve of the Council. And the message reads as thus: Fellowship of Aegis, I am Xanathia, contacting you on behalf of Lady Genevieve. That was the part of the message that you received before we ended the session. The rest of the message continues as follows. The Council has accepted an invitation to parley with the invader, Balsa. The meeting is 13 days hence, 50 miles south of the Arengara Mountains. Lady Genevieve will arrive in 11 days. You are not permitted to attend. Genevieve implores you to follow Arwen's example. Always follow orders. And thus the message ends.
You know me, I love following orders. It's my favourite thing to do.
And thus she is practically telling us to fucking go.
Hell yeah!
Okay. 13 days.
And she'll get there in 11.
Days, yes, she'll get there in 11. So in 11 days, we need to show up not looking like ourselves, because we're not meant to be there.
Well, I still got face paint and stuff.
I feel like we either need to find some pro at face painting. Like a real, not just kids' parties, but like proper...
Sorry, what are you saying? I looked at one of those guidebooks for first face paint. You have to draw a butterfly in your face. Tiger.
I'm saying that maybe you are not quite the aficionado at face painting that I think you are.
Is it because you want the man of spiders? I can do him as well.
No, not him. I'm just thinking this is going to be one of the most guarded events in all, like, everywhere. We're gonna need a pro, someone who's been doing it for more than like 20 minutes.
Captain Kavran it is then.
Captain Kavran. Oh god. It's a shield and it's the moon.
Oh dear.
Oh god. His friend's
Okay.
friend's a chicken folk called Clucky. There, I'm done. I'm done.
Nice. Right, well this seems to be a problem for a different day. Sorry. But something we need to think about. Wait, did it say, oh, could you put us on the map, please? Thank you. So they're going to... Where the bloody hell are they going? I thought it began with Arwen something.
They're going to the something mountains.
Yeah. Arwen Gara. Where the bloody hell's that? I wasn't good at orienteering.
She says with a +10 to fucking survival.
Is it actually on this map? Or... No. Did you say no?
No.
You're making us look like fools, JJ. Like fools. Where is it? Us being elves or half elves and people of the earth.
These are the Arangaran Mountains.
Which one? Oh, right. Oh, these ones. Right.
Oh, we've been there.
He's got that far. Fucking hell. We have been there. Where was Uxin?
I have dropped the 3 messages in the chat.
Yes.
For you. So you can make a note of them for your reference at any future time.
Yeah, was that Uxin or was that one Uxin?
That one was Uxin.
Oh,
was it? Yeah, because it was Themyscira.
No, it was near Yelion.
No, it was near. I might be wrong.
You are wrong.
It was near Yelion.
Yeah, it is these mountains.
Oh shit.
I remember.
That's concerning. Because the last time we were there, we fucking died. Why are they meeting up at a place where we fucking died? Why are they meeting up there anyway? If anyone who is anyone should know, that
I would
place
like to call your attention to the bit where it says 50 miles south.
Oh, okay. Okay, that makes sense. Sorry.
I read that bit.
I was confident you'd all read that bit, so I pointed it out just to be facetious.
There.
Days, you're not ready to attend. Even you to find out the
They put a big purple dot right there. Oh, that's a shit purple dot. There we go. That's where it's going to be. Ish.
You know what? I've got a marker on the GM layer of the map to remind me of where this meeting is taking place, and that is really damn close.
I am amazing! And it's in the same colour. Right, let me get rid of my shitty ones.
Okay. Yeah, we're going to need something. The only thing I can think of right now was that one time Piper made us all look different with seeming.
Oh.
But I think Piper's doing his own thing right now. He's off on his own little quest.
Mm-hmm.
So fuck that guy. So we need. Could you turn us all into like birds? And then we
I
can,
think we
like,
went through that last time. I can
fly.
only turn one person at a time.
No. Yes. But you know what we need? We need some kind of thing, some kind of item, right? I feel like this would solve a lot of our problems. We need some kind of item that people can go into, and then someone can hold, like a necklace, which holds like a little like demi-plane for people to like hide in.
Mm-hmm.
That we can actively go. Because I know you've got one for Hugo, but we need one for people.
Are you saying that like you're joking, right?
No, I'm not. Because then you could just turn into like an animal and keep all of your, consciousness, and then you could fly around and sort it.
Okay, you just use that brain. You remember back a couple of months ago.
Yeah. No, I don't remember. I don't remember.
You don't really forget that.
Yeah. What?
Come on, you can do it.
If you're talking about
Who
a bag of holding,
Piper hate?
bag of holding doesn't.
Who does
work.
Piper hate?
Who? Piper hates the screamy lady.
Right.
She left with that thing.
But she's got one.
Yeah, she's got one, but she fucking left with it.
She's about somewhere, probably, maybe. I don't know. I haven't really thought about her much, I'll be honest.
We should go back. Because, I mean, yeah, I'm just saying, like, that would solve, like, a lot of problems. Like, for example, in the last session, while we were swimming underwater, you could have just turned into a fish and we could have hidden in the little necklace.
Yes.
So, new priority that JJ completely hasn't planned for. Travel to the Shadowfell.
I don't know if she's even got back yet. But what was the... I don't even think she... I don't know. I haven't thought about her in months.
You know, I'm sure that by now she misses us.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I was dead for the majority of speaking to her, I actually never spoke to her at all.
Oh, you did once?
I did once.
At the very end.
At the very, very end. When I was dying just brought back to life.
Just brought back to life, yeah.
Didn't do anything. Yes. 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 You know what? That is a priority, but not right now.
Yeah, okay. I think we check, we do this thing, we see how long this takes, we go back to Rosen's End, see if they've got a one of those necklaces. Doubt they will.
Mm-hmm.
Then we'll just have to, I don't know, contact her, Helena.
Yeah, we'll
somehow.
have to figure it out. We'll have to see if we can use like sending or scrying or something.
Yeah.
Try and find her and take the necklace back. Or
just be
go for
borrowing.
it really, really nicely. We did come into a lot of money recently.
Yeah.
I'm sure we could pay her for it.
Probably.
Yeah. But that's a problem for another day. Although I do think we should maybe give ourselves like a limit on how long this takes before we start thinking about going there. Should we, because we're going to need to prepare for that. Should we say like 8 days on this? So then we have 3 days to prepare for this parlay. Well, to prepare for meeting Genevieve. at this parley. Because bear in mind, we are going to have to stay hidden then for 2 days. Because if you
Yeah.
go and do it 2 days earlier, we're going to have to stay hidden for a whole 2 days. That's interesting. And also, why do they not want us there? Why are we not permitted to attend?
Because we're probably because we're not part of the council, and they'll think, oh, if we're there, we're gonna start a fight or something.
Oh yeah, maybe we'll send the wrong message.
But also, if we're not there, they're gonna be taken advantage of and just all murdered. So
I concur.
woo, murder.
Okay. Anyway, back onto the task at hand. We're looking for this sword, or this blade.
Mm-hmm.
We said last time we're going to go into wind form.
Ah, yes, and wind around, yes.
Yes. We wind around, round, we wind around. Cool. So I cast. What is it? I was about to say gust of wind. It's not that. It's wind walk. That's it. I love how it's called wind walk, but it's not a walk. It's more like a run. I mean, you travel at 300 feet. Definitely not a walk.
Wind fly. Cloud soar.
Call it like cloud form. Yeah, or wind form. Something.
Yeah. That would be more suitable. Let us be wind.
Let us be wind.
Okay. Before you do that, we did mention last session that you might want to talk to some ghosts.
Always.
Oh yeah.
Don't know whether you want to do that now or whether you want to do that later when you meet back up here.
No, I think do it now. I think that's probably a good idea.
Yeah.
They might have a bit of insight and tell us kind of where to go, like a vague direction.
Agreed. Yeah. Surround ghosts.
Hello, ghosts.
Okay. So you make your way a little ways back through the woods from your camping site to the edge of the battlefield, ringed by these rune-marked trees. Sipping your way between the trunks, you enter the distinctly magical area of the battlefield. Now that you know that it's there, you can feel the weight of magic upon the air. In the morning light, a few scant spirits still wander to and fro. It's not hard for you to make your way over to one of them. How would you like to proceed?
Hello.
Yeah, just sort of wander up, weapon sort of weapon at the side.
I don't think we need weapon. Like, let's not, because otherwise they've been in battle. They died in battle. Let's probably not be like, oh.
Yeah, but I also feel like they may respect warriors of some sort. You know?
Maybe.
So I'm at least gonna have my spear on me, and I'm gonna go in and say hello. I'm Stix.
You approach one of these blue, sort of formless shapes that noticeably reacts when you call out, turning in your direction, and it begins to solidify the errant wisps coalescing together to give a more distinct outline. You can see the faint features of a high elf.
Hello. Yes. Apologies to disturb you, but we are here searching for something, and we feel like you might be able to help us.
What are you looking for?
We are here searching for a blade, particularly powerful blade, and this blade ended up within a dragon's hoard. That dragon may have been a spirit protector, may not have been. But have you seen any dragons about here in somewhat recent years?
Time is hard to comprehend. My tasks are undone. It is hazy. Everyone make an Arcana check. Or religion. Arcana or religion.
Religion? I suck at religion. But I'll make it anyway. 15. Uh,
Okay.
that's a 25 from Kleri.
Okay. Klari, you remember that the time, particularly surrounding a spirit's death, can be hazy. It's one of the things that makes relying on the testimony of spirits in legal proceedings less than 100% reliable. But spirits can briefly be empowered, giving them more focus and clarity.
Briefly empowered.
Yes. Through
How would
magical
you do that?
means, they can be given more focus for a time, more
Oh, is that the
rigidity.
Speak with Dead spell?
Not necessarily. The Speak with Dead spell is mainly about a corpse. This is about a spirit.
Okay. Is it just like, they just be like healed or something? Would that be it? How would one go about this?
There are different ways, but the channeling of magic into them in certain ways, healing is a good one.
Okay. In which case, upon hearing this, I'm going to go up and I'm going to try and give this thing some lay on hands.
How many?
I'll go 25.
Okay, 25. You reach out, and the spirit somewhat recoils at your touch, moving slightly away. But you persist and you push forwards, and it's like placing your hand in a bucket of cold water. This cold presence around your fingers. But as you release the healing energy out, it's like warm water running down your arm. And from the point where your fingers touch, clarity comes over the spirit. its form becomes almost opaque. Still the soft bluish teal color of light, but you can see now the distinction of its armor. You can see a strong claw-like gash has rent the armor in one side and ripped out a portion of the midriff. You can see where the blood has soaked through and discolored the leggings and things. But this figure is now distinct, and the sort of vacant expression on their face hardens into a look of resolve. And they regard you with focus in their eyes once more. That feels pleasant. Thank you. How may I assist you?
Well, as we said, we're looking for a sword. It went to a dragon's hoard. Seen a dragon kicking about? Yeah.
I remember several dragons fighting on the field of battle. I remember more than one fell. What was his name? Vertasord, a white dragon who aided us on the field of battle. She was old and strong, and came when requested, but she was slain by his necrotic powers at that point. In the time after my death, I remember many coming and going. People came to the battlefield. My family collected my body. Although my son, he lingered too long, and the sickness took him as well.
God.
A tragedy.
Did he die?
It could have been avoided. I do not know his fate. I just know he sickened in his vigil. Since then, it sort of squints. It is harder to remember. Many people came, some friendly, some not. They tried to protect the land, to heal. Many of my companions, they drifted far, and they caused problems. They sealed us in so we would not hurt anyone else. Others came, thieves, robbers. They searched for loot. They stole anything they could find. And the dragons, they seemed unaffected by the magical sickness, but they came in numbers. They fought here over the spoils, and they fought to claim the territories. I remember a big one. Another dragon came multiple times from the north. He returned the most. The others fell or gave way to him.
Do you know what his name was?
No, he didn't speak. He was a savage fighter. Aggressive. Strong. In those days it was hard for me to find the strength to manifest any sort of form. My spirit just drifted like a leaf upon the sea, bobbing and brushing up against its surroundings. At this point, the effort it seems to have taken him to recall, his form has begun to blur around the edges again. He is losing focus.
Do you know dragons went after the event, after the attack?
North.
Do you know where they hoarded or where they laired?
From the north, I remember. I liked the north. The North Star, the guiding light. It would lead us on our marches when we walked through the trees at night. I like to look to the north. The large dragon who came from the north and left to the north several times.
So do we think we need to travel further north?
I guess so.
You said a white dragon, right? That would lead me to believe that maybe... Because obviously it's quite warm here, but as Jay just said last time, off the coast it's like freezing cold. Maybe we need to travel like really far north. You know? Like off the coast north.
Yeah. Well, yeah. When we wind walk, we'll, I guess go north.
We'll
Check.
Yeah, we'll check way up there. Because I have a funny feeling that's what he potentially means. If I gave this guy, do you want to give him any more healing, or are we pretty?
I mean, I don't really know what else to ask. If he doesn't really remember, or he didn't form memories when he was kind of just dead.
Yeah.
It's kind of unhelpful.
Yeah. No, let's just wind walk and have a look around. Feel like if we could go north, that would be really good. To have a look around. Otherwise, we just keep looking around on this battlefield area for clues. But I think because that was the one main one sort of mentioned, the one he could remember. It must have had some significance, other than and stuff. So yes.
Okie dokie. So
Double tap staff.
you cast Windwalk from your staff. The three of you turn into mist, ready to travel at great speed for some time, and begin to make your way to the north.
Indeed.
Mhm.
You travel fast as you can, moving over trees and hills and occasionally open patches of clearing and things like that. And you spot what looks to be signs of some sort of village or something ahead. Smoke rises through the trees, indicating a settlement of some kind.
Interesting. Does anyone live there? Can we see any people there?
Indeed, you see movement amongst the branches. The branches seem particularly avid in their movement, unnatural, as if there is a strong breeze gusting through this village at all times. And as you lower down and you look closer, you realize that it's not the trees blowing in the wind. It is the trees moving about.
Oh, they're like sentient trees then.
While many trees stand in place, smaller versions of them walk amongst them.
Can I talk to them? Like in normal talking? Or do I have to talk to them with my talking to the plants?
Well, you cannot talk as wind, but
Oh yeah.
you can head to the ground, and as you do so, you can. While this spell is still going, I believe it lasts 8 hours. So while Stix is concentrating on it, you can take a minute to revert back to your normal form and then another minute to revert back to wind.
Oh, nice. Okay. I will come out of the wind then.
Just you?
Does one person have to stay in the wind, or?
No, it's a concentration spell. So all the while Stix is concentrating, everyone can be one thing or another.
Okay, cool.
So, are you emerging in the middle of the village, on the edge?
Where are the tree people?
There seem to be sort of like a gathering of them moving around. There is like several sort of groups spotted about. Each group is sort of gathered around a small but contained looking fire.
They should get away from that. They'll burn. I'll just wherever Stix has kind of stopped us, I'll just plop down there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You just Arwen, or is anyone else becoming a human again, or becoming a not wind again?
I'm going to stay as wind and just sort of watch from the outside. Is my plan.
Okay. What about you, Kleri? Are you staying as wind, or are you going to turn back into Kleri?
I'm staying as wind. Well, not just
I will remain as wind for now.
Okay. So the two of you remain as wind, and Arwen, you just emerge alone in the middle of this sort of clearing-like space.
Mm-hmm.
As you emerge and move closer to one of these groups, you can hear what seems to be like a low sort of humming, like sound, just sort of.
Can I go up to the nearest tree person?
Yeah, they're about sort of like 15 feet tall, it looks like.
Hello.
One of them sort of stands like, ah, hello, small one.
How are you?
Well, as well as can be expected in this season.
What you up to?
We are gathering for the passing of the seasons.
Oh, so like at the end of spring or
Precisely,
whatever.
yes.
If you're
We-
trees,
Yeah.
why do you walk around a fire?
Well, we brew an elixir at this time of year that we all share and hearkens us to move from one season to the next. It keeps us
Cute.
strong, it keeps us together as a collective, and allows us to go back to our various domains to spread our strength and embolden the life there.
So where are you from?
Oh, overway and through the trees. There is a
You're
lovely
from
collection of ash trees, about sort of, oh, I don't know, a few days that way, and they just sort of gently waft with a limb. A small small grove that I tend to.
Nice. Are you trees that have had become alive, or are you a certain species of everyone's alive trees?
Well, look around. You'll see that there are many chestnut, ash, oak, elm, maple, all gather to enjoy this time of year, and then we return to our various domains.
When you go back, are you still do you still talk to each other, or are you just like a tree?
No, we are separate from the trees. We are keepers of the forest, but we are not trees ourselves. Although if we wish, we can plant ourselves and take on the appearance. It is nice to do so from time to time. Enjoy the season, the sun, and the rain. I
Nice.
once had a bird make a nest.
Oh, cute. Okay, cool. So if you're from around here, you see a lot of things going on then.
Yes, well, any number of us sees many number of things in and around this area of the forest.
Have you seen a dragon around here recently?
Occasionally, we see dragons pass over. There are numerous that live in the forest. It is quite expansive and able to hold many life forms in comfort.
How long have you lived?
I have lived maybe 50 summers.
Oh. Okay. Is there anyone super old here? Like seen the war that was round these parts?
Yes, I believe there is at least one who will help you. And they take their sort of giant wooden hands and cup them to their mouth, and they let out this long horn-like note.
Like a vuvuzela?
Not quite.
Yes. Exactly like a vuvuzela.
And you watch as from a group over, a very sort of wide tree sort of rises to its feet with much creaking and groaning of old wood. And as they turn in your direction, you can see there is a thinning of the leaves around, and much moss hangs in their branches and over their face-like features, giving them this long, mossy beard. And with a sort of steady of heavy feet, they trudge through. One thing you do notice, though, is however heavy these footfalls are, after they land and they step, the indentations in the earth that they leave seem to push out again, leaving the land unmarked by their passage. And this figure approaches, like, you... Hello, little one.
Hi.
What brings you to our seasonal festival?
Oh, well, at first I just wanted to say hi, and then I talked to this nice tree person, and now I want to talk to you.
What can I do for you?
Did you see the battle that was here a very, very, very long time ago?
I have not witnessed a battle in a very long time.
Yes, that's the one I'm hoping for. Did you
didn't
ever
see the battle itself, but many of the creeds around there I have visited and spoken to, gathered their stories of that time.
Perfect. Good. Wonderful. So, was there ever any stories about was it a dude with a sword or a dudette with a sword?
It was a dudette with a sword, wasn't it? No, it was a dude. You are right. It was a dude. The dude with the sword, and he came over. Yeah,
A dude?
a dude.
Okay, was there a dude with a sword that was like a really sparkly sword? And then I describe whatever Kleri has told me about this sword. Was that ever around any of your tree friends? And then where did it go? Who took it?
Roll me a d20.
That doesn't seem good. But I did so well. I've built rapport.
That battle claimed the lives of many and created an unnatural area. It is no longer safe for us to go there.
Mm-hmm.
The swords and axes that fell upon that field were lost. We do not care for weapons and do not take note of them unless they are used against us. I'm sorry, I do not know of this weapon of which you speak specifically.
Okay, well, have a nice festival. Don't drink too much.
Don't drink
Thank
too much.
you.
Keep
Would
your
you
sap
like
to
to
yourselves.
stay?
Oh, 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 Arwen really wants to stay. Oh no. Um, I can't. Oh no, it pains me. Oh.
I understand. You small pink ones move so fast.
Ooh. Ew. Ew, I don't like that. Okay,
Few
yeah.
of your kind have time to sit.
Do you see? Do you live round here?
I have walked for many days to be here.
Oh God, dude.
It is
Oh, that.
important for us to gather. I take
Yeah.
strength from knowing the young will remember our story.
You're not gonna die, are you?
All being well, I will live many moons more.
Okay, cool. Cool, 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 cool. Cool, 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 cool. Well, what's your name?
I am known by the others as Father Oak.
And what's the other dude that I was talking to's name?
Let's see, is
This is what?
Ash.
Oh, Ash. Okay, that's easy. Well, you know where you can sit, and even better, lie down at a sleepover. You'll be getting an invitation, my dudes. Then we
the
can hang.
sleepover has just taken a turn.
Okay, I'll see you dudes around.
Goodbye.
My name's Arwen, by the way. Bye.
Goodbye, Arwen. Goodbye, Arwen. It was nice meeting you.
It's nice meeting you too. Tree people who went to a season.
Just as you're sort of about to depart, Ash like reaches an arm like up into their branches and like hovers it over a branch where a single stem like quickly grows off and grows into like a little bud of white blossom. At which point they pluck it and they reach down and they just very gently just like tuck it into your hair.
Friend. Okay, this is going to sound really grim, and I don't want it to. But could I plant walk through these dudes?
Good question.
That's technically a plan.
They are technically a plant.
But are they? I don't know. I don't really know what they are. They're just sentient trees, like in Lord of the Rings, I guess.
They are technically, and you would know this, known as treants.
But not ents.
Treant. Treants.
Yes. Critically, they are not ents. Copyright reasoning, we cannot call them ents. Even though that is exactly what they are, and the D&D artists base them off ents. Cannot call them ents.
Cool. Well, these dudes were great. Not very helpful, but great.
Yeah. Can she turn back into wind now?
If
Yeah,
she wants to, yeah.
I'm wind.
Yeah.
I am wind.
Wind.
Oh, they're grumpy. Little grumpy man.
We've killed a bunch of treants.
Did we?
Yeah, a very long time ago.
Well-
Killed one, I remember.
No, there was two of them.
Well, they have an ability to animate trees. So I believe you killed one who animated some trees.
Oh, right, yeah. All I remember is I burned it to the ground and felt less like a druid and more like a scary paladin.
That's fine, it was corrupted.
Yeah.
Oh, that was ages ago. That was in Themyscira, wasn't it?
That was
No, Ithamel, sorry.
the first fights after we got out of the thing from Finding Neo.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was
right,
like
no,
the
that
first-
fight. Yeah, you did fight a couple
Yeah.
of treants.
Yeah,
Hmm.
one of the very first fights we did.
They were also corrupted. They were corrupted by a different thing. They were corrupted by a bad druid.
Oh, no.
Kavran needs to get its shit in order because there's just so much corrupting it. fucking everywhere.
It's almost like magic allows people to do bad things if they've got poor morals, Arwen.
Yeah,
What have I done?
it's awful. It's like the internet. Allows people to do bad things if they've got poor morals. Awful.
No.
So
Right.
you turn back
No.
into wind, and you
I am wind.
carry on making your way
No.
further north. You do so for a little while until another strange sight appears beneath you. There is a sizable clearing down below in this glade, and it seems to sparkle in the sunlight.
Sparkle, sparkle.
Would you like to investigate, or would you like to carry on?
What's sparkling, sorry?
There is a glade, and the grass within
glade?
the glade.
What does that mean?
It's like a large clearing in a forest.
Oh.
But rather than it just being sort of like open space and maybe like dead ground, it's like big enough for like grass to grow and things like that.
Okay, yeah. Fair enough. I mean, we
As
might as well.
Fly over the grass seems
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
wink and twinkle in the sunlight. As you get down lower, you can see the grass, for whatever reason, seems to be covered in frost.
Ooh. Ooh! The white dragon!
What also catches your eye as you descend is a significant patch of discoloured earth where the grass has been torn up and stained brown and red.
Ew.
Someone shit and bled everywhere.
Oh god, someone's got gonorrhea. Oh no.
Oh!
Oh god.
And that puts the question in my mind, do dragons get STDs?
I mean, yes.
If a koala can.
Yeah. Anything can get them.
Moving closer, it is easier to identify that the source of the brown is torn up earth. And there is what look to be a number of bones. And you probably estimate with your ranger skills, Arwen, about the bones from about half a deer lie here.
Oh. Is there like drag marks of anything? Like it's dragged to the other half somewhere else?
It doesn't look like it. You make an investigation check for me. You estimate, based on sort of the disruption and the patterns in the ground and things like that, that the dragon landed here. There was a herd of deer probably grazing, and the dragon descended upon them. You estimate that it would have eaten at least one, if not more. Based on the residual bones and things like that, probably in this location before taking off again.
Can I know how long ago they were here, please?
What would allow you to know that?
While tracking other creatures, you also learn their exact number, their size, and how long ago they passed through the area.
You would estimate that they passed through the area probably about 6 hours ago. Early morning.
Ooh, that's soon-ish.
That is somewhat soonish.
Can I also see from like some footprints or anything, like what direction he flew off in? Like, can I see from, you know, when you kind of jump, your feet go like that, so they push the dirt. I don't know.
It is kind of there is sort of, quite a sort of like a large area of disturbed ground where this thing is, and it is not the easiest to make out, but you would estimate that they were facing sort of northeast when they took off. Whether or not they remained flying in that direction is impossible to tell.
hmm Okay, no, that's helpful.
Okay. 6 hours ago they were here. And they were here to hunt and eat things. That means we must be somewhat close to their lair, right?
Mm.
We're thinking a white dragon.
Because it's got frost on the floor.
Yeah. I'm definitely thinking. This just means that because obviously, as JJ said, this forest is quite temperate. So I think we travel along the coast. We get to the coast, travel along the coast, and try and find
Frosty
some kind of frosty area, like a large frosty cave beyond the tree line, where one might be able to, or like a huge glacier off in the distance, or some large place where something big could reside.
Yeah.
But in that colder climate.
As you are having this conversation, Arwen, with your keen passive perception, would spot an individual crouched on the edge of the glade. You can see they look like you spot that they are an elf. They have a fairly youthful face. From what you can make out of their clothing, from where they are hidden, they seem to have a pack on their back, as well as you can see the tip of a quiver of arrows poking out. And they do seem to be watching.
Do they know I've seen them? Or do they think they're well hidden?
Based on where they are, you would estimate they believe they're well hidden.
Also, we're wind. They can't see us.
You can't converse while wind.
Good point.
So I had assumed that you had all reverted.
Well, I would have definitely to check out, to do all of my investigating
good
and
point.
stuff.
Either way, however many of you are.
I will. I mean, I'm going to look them dead in the eye, basically.
Okay.
And see if they can...
Yeah. When you look in their direction, you watch as they like almost seem to like gasp and then like cover their mouth and then just drop out of sight.
I would like to say, hey, hello, hey,
Hello?
I see you have a bow. Neat bow, dude.
Uh-huh. Please don't turn me into a frog. Please don't turn me into a frog.
Frogs! I love frogs. Oh my god.
No, please don't turn me into a frog. Oh,
The other day, I turned my 2 friends into frogs.
oh God, my mother was right. I'm going to get turned into a frog.
Oh, you want to be turned into a frog?
No, please don't turn me into a frog.
Ah,
My mother
okay.
would kill me if I was a frog.
Oh, I won't.
Lizards.
I'm not a wizard.
But you
I
appeared
don't.
out of thin air.
Yes, I am not a wizard though. Wizards have silly hats that I try to steal and they won't give them to me.
But you are. Okay, but if you're not a wizard, how are you doing wizard things?
Oh, I am a druid. But also it's my friend who is currently wind.
You turned
I
your
didn't
friend
make
into
him
wind.
wind.
You didn't.
No, he turned himself and us into wind.
I
Turned
spent the
into wind
next
on
minute.
purpose.
Yes.
Actually, no, wait.
Why would someone want to be wind on purpose? I don't understand.
To move quickly.
Yeah, when we're wind,
Oh.
we move very quickly. Like the wind, as you might say.
Why
Sorry,
doesn't your
Stix, did you
mother
say
want?
you turned into yourself as well?
Yes.
When you
Like right now, though. Like, not previously, but like right now. I'm like, over a minute. I'm just
yeah. But like when you like turn back into yourself and like appear, it's just like another wizard. Are you the powerful
That was
wizard?
that was
I am
no.
not a wizard. Nuh-uh.
I don't
No
even know
wizard
any
here.
wizards.
We,
Oh no, I do.
yes, I was going to say you definitely know wizards.
I know 2 wizards.
Yes.
You know wizards?
Yeah.
And they didn't turn you into
Yeah.
frogs?
No.
My mother told me wizards turned people into frogs.
No, and I was an absolute bitch to them. So it's more likely that a druid would turn you into a frog. But I won't.
Oh, that's
I've got better
concerning.
things to do.
Also, I'd like to say there are worse things than being turned into a frog. Like, okay,
Yeah.
let me tell you how the whole turning into the frog thing works. I don't know. I don't have the spell, but as far as I'm aware, you're only turned into a frog for like an hour. You know, and then
Pretty sure it's 8, but sure.
after that, you're fine. It's like on a really bad trip.
Well, no, it is up to 1 hour. Fun.
A really bad
So,
trip.
Yeah.
like when you eat a mushroom in the forest and it's like, wow, you know?
Like,
Yeah, I had that at Harvest Festival once. Me and my friend Faye, we went to see, yeah, oh, well, he's just known as the old man, and we just went to see the old man, and he gave us some mushrooms, and I
Okay.
saw
Your
things.
mum has told you not to talk to wizards, but she hasn't told you not to speak to creepy old men who hand you mushrooms.
No, he's just a bit weird, you know. He lives just sort of like on the outskirts of our village and stuff.
He gave you drugs. The drug mushrooms. He drugged you. Drug mushrooms.
it does sound a little bit like he drugged you, yeah.
With
Yeah,
drug mushrooms.
I mean it was fun though. Like I saw
Oh,
things and
don't do drugs, kids. No, okay, you need to get your priorities straight. Just letting you know. Or your mum does anyway. But anyway, what were we talking about before the drug mushrooms? Oh yeah, frogs. Yeah, you don't. It's fine. I won't turn you into a frog. I got more important things to be doing with my spell slots.
It's a spell slot.
I don't really know.
But if you're powerful, not wizards, maybe you could help
Yes.
us.
Sure. What do you need, my dude?
Well, a group of people. Mum says I'm not allowed to go, but a group of people are gonna go and find out what happened to one of the villages up north because they haven't been in contact for a while, and we need like fish and stuff, and normally we trade them like you know things. But
Has
we
it got
haven't
a
heard
bit
from them.
cold up there?
Yeah, yeah. I don't know why they live up there though. It's so cold. I remember I went once when I was little with my dad, and it was so cold. I remember falling asleep in the wagon on the way home. It was nice.
Aw, you're cute. How old are you?
I'm 14.
Aw, sweet.
Hmm.
What
Good
a
age.
sweet child.
Good age.
Yes. Are you good with your bow or just a bit shit?
Yeah, I'm all right. You know, I like to hunt things from time to time. You know, like we grow a lot of stuff, but it all gets a bit bland sometimes. So I like to hunt, and you know, we get a bit of extra money from people if you know I get something big. That's why I was here. I was looking for the deer, and then I saw that it was all icy, which seemed weird. And then you appeared out of nowhere, and so I hid because I thought you were a wizard, and you turned me into a frog.
Can I, with Druidcraft, can I create like, I don't know, like a ball of something like smoke or something?
Yeah, what does Druidcraft allow you to do?
I don't really know. It's a bit confusing.
Pop it in the
It's
chat.
like
Let's have a look.
prestidigitation. It's like one of them.
Spirits create one of the following effects. Take a timely, harmless sensory effect that can predict the weather. You might manifest as a golden orb with clear skies, cloud for rain. You instantly make a flower blossom, seed pod open, a leaf up bloom. You create instantaneous harmony sensory effect.
I know
Such
how
as
you can make a little ball of smoke.
puff of wind, sound, faint, of skunk. The effect of seeing a fire cube is, yeah, I'd say it's like a small puff of smoke would certainly be within the realm's possibility for that.
Can I keep it kind of there just for like a second? Like a blue lulu?
Okay, yeah.
Can I tell her to try and shoot it?
Yes, you can tell him to try and shoot it. Like
I just want to see how good she is.
from how far away?
How far away can I be? There's 30 feet, and I'm kind of like, I don't know, like 45 feet away.
Okay. Yeah. And they're like, yeah, okay, yeah, yeah. And they like sort of like shake off a pack and, you know, like unstring their bow and things and like draw an arrow and like they like pull and then they let go and then they like sort of fidget for a bit and like push their hair out of their face and like fidget a bit more. You can tell that they feel that they're feeling the pressure of this shot, but they eventually like fully draw and release. And that is Arwen. Please roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Excellent, thank you. 21.
You watch them carefully as they aim, and just as they go to release, you notice that this like puff of smoke that you're holding in your hand, like they're not going to hit that, and you just jump back out the way as the arrow whistles through where you were just stood a moment before. And like, oh god, sorry, and they like drop their bow and like a couple of arrows as well, and like, I'm normally better than that.
It's okay, child.
Look, do it. Look, do it again. Do it again. I'll hit it this time.
Okay, I do it again.
That's a 17. The second time, they like quickly like bring that, and then you can see they're like really like red faced and embarrassed. But the second time, they draw back, almost like they're like before they were overthinking it, whereas now they're doing it on instinct. And you're trying to do it quickly and just letting the instinct flow, and they draw back smoothly, and this arrow just goes straight through the center. And just this puff of smoke dissipates.
I would like to give them my last 2 +3 arrows and my 9 silver arrows. There you go. Have that.
What do these do?
Be better. Oh, these do this and this does this.
Do you not need these?
Nah, mate. I just go a ping, and I hit
What?
a bush or something.
Your bow's magic. They're kind of like, your bow's magical.
Yes, but I didn't. I had humble beginnings, and these will set you on your way to great things, young ranger.
I'm gonna be a ranger.
Hell yeah, you are.
Or
Kinda sucks, but it's great.
hear me out. Or just, anything else.
Hey,
Not as
hey,
hey, I'm just saying, dangerous profession. You died as a ranger.
I was still a druid as well.
Okay, ranger and a druid. You're not helping your case here. You were two
You
things.
were a paladin and you died.
Yeah,
How
paladins die all the
ugh.
time.
Do they?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't.
Have you seen any other paladins on our journey?
Yes.
Yeah. Not many though, have you? No. Why is that? Because they're all fucking dead.
I've seen more paladins than I have warlocks.
That's because warlocks are weird. Culty.
Well, that's not my problem.
No.
You asked how many I'd seen.
Well, yeah, well, maybe all the warlocks are dead. Or a lot of them are.
Well-
Let's face it. Sell your soul to the devil, you're probably going to die. Like, that is just asking for death. That's like a really shit short-term investment.
Like crypto.
Yeah. Yeah. How did we even get here?
Oh dear.
No, but maybe just maybe don't set your goals on being like an adventurer ranger. Whilst
No, but she could be like a hunter for her family.
oh yeah, that'd be fine. Go ahead, do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's fine. But I wouldn't call it a ranger. I'd call it like a village hunter. Which is perfectly fine. It's a good job to have.
Yeah, but then she
It's
won't get
great.
spells.
You don't need spells.
And she could be her own wizard.
You don't need spells. You don't need
How
to
is she
be your
gonna
own wizard.
be? How is she gonna turn the village folk into frogs?
Oh no, I don't
She's
want to turn
not.
anyone into a frog.
Thank you.
Oh,
Steve,
for God's
she's not. She's a good person.
Except maybe Samantha.
Exactly. You can turn Samantha into a frog.
Fuck's sake. Oh,
She deserves it.
She'd be a fat frog.
She
You're
would.
side with this.
I was also thinking
She would.
that she can turn other people into
But no. Klari, yeah.
frogs.
She's Kleri on my side.
Yes, Clary's on your side.
Excellent. See, you just got
Oh, you're both.
it's good stuff.
I'm trying to save someone's life here.
Why? You're not saving anyone.
I am, because I'm making them do a job that they don't need to do. If we big up being
We're not giving her a contract and telling her to sign up for the Young Ranger Society. She's just gonna be, a fun little I ranger on the weekends for my mental health, and it'll be cute. And then she'll turn this bitch Samantha into a frog once, and then it'll tell her. And
Okay. There are a few. Let's break down what you just said there. Okay. Ooh, ranger on the weekends. Okay. Fine. Do what you want. Do what you want on the weekends. Because if you're only training to be a ranger on the weekends, and they're a human, right?
no, she's no.
Okay. Then maybe in a few hundred years, she might be able to she might get access to the polymorph spell if she's doing it only on weekends. Okay, that's the first thing. Second one, did you just randomly drop that? Ooh, ranger on the weekends, mental health. What's that got to do with being a ranger? I mean,
It's a hobby.
Get
To get her outside. Everyone tells me to go take a walk.
Yes,
I don't want to take a walk, but apparently it's good for my mental health.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
It is good. Definitely good for
It's
your mental
not.
health. Being out in nature.
I still want to die more.
It's great for your mental health. But it's not good for your mental health. All the things we've done.
I'm not telling her to go fight a dragon. All I'm saying is go shoot some arrows. It's fun.
Yeah,
it's fun.
It is fun, but I apologize. I thought you were telling me to be like a ranger.
No.
Like kick ass and take names and stuff. Don't do that bit, because that bit's violent and dangerous.
No.
Okay.
Just a little girly pop moment, like a what?
You know what, kid? Do what you want. But just be warned, if you get too good, you might die.
No, you won't. He's being
You want to get
dramatic.
that sweet spot of good enough to feed people, not good enough to like save the day.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
I stand by that. Just don't tell her she's gonna die. She's 14.
No. If you hit that sweet spot, you'll be fine.
She's got about 250 years ahead of her.
Yeah.
She's an infant.
Although,
God.
a boar, I mean, if you're hunting boar...
That's what I mean! She needs to be good.
Sharp tusks.
She needs to be good.
Poke you right there.
Otherwise, some fairy's going to come and try and eat your family as a wolf, and then what you're going to do? If you don't shoot it, you're going to get taken by the fairy god kings, and then you're going to have to, like, fight a worm or whatever and do a riddle.
This feels like a very specific situation. Have you... Is this something...
Not me! No. I just knew there was this bitch Feyre in my last place. She was a attention seeker.
I'm telling the truth.
Yeah, I was telling the truth. Some bitch Feyre.
Okay. Feyre. Feyre. Not aware of it. Right. What?
JJ's looking at me. I can tell.
I don't get it. What's this Feyre thing? Don't understand it.
It's a book. It's from A Court of Thorns and Roses. It's such a shit book. But everyone loves it.
Okay, if it's such a shit book, why is it absolutely everywhere?
Because it's fucking... I don't know. It's so shit. It's just because of the second book. Chapter 68. Or 68, 62? Something like that.
Right. It's
whole chapter of just...
Yes. I believe you. Yes, I believe I've been told about this strange chapter. How do they fill a chapter with that?
Yeah, exactly. I don't know.
Yeah, let's not get into that.
No.
Bottom line.
But now,
is...
canonically, she lived in my village, so.
Okay. Well, you know what? Once this whole thing's over, we're gonna go back to her village, and I have fucking questions.
Me too.
But bottom line, kid.
Oh yeah, we're still talking to her.
Don't be a ranger. Like hit that sweet spot. Don't read A Court of Thorns and Roses.
Her memoir is awful.
And yes, we will help your town with this problem.
Oh yeah, that whole thing.
Yeah,
sure.
we will look into this whole problem with that other town. Right with. Do you want to? Shall we go? And I will. And on the way back to your village, I will tell you about a book you should read. Well, it's not a book. It's a short story, really. So once there was this guy called Sir Humpty.
Oh, not this again.
And I regale her with the tale of Sir Humpty and his great wall on the way back. Now with 2 new chapters.
Oh,
Yeah,
what happens? Oh,
yeah,
now I'm intrigued.
yeah.
Bonus content.
Yeah, bonus content. If you sign up to my exclusive Patreon, you get a 3rd chapter.
Oh,
And,
Free on.
Huh?
Paid free on.
I smite the sky. I smite God. I just
yep. I
swing my
don't
sword
blame
around.
you.
Your chapter isn't inspired by a recent conversation.
Oh yeah. No. 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 God.
Lead the way to your village, kind child.
Yes, please.
What's your name, child?
Oh, I'm Elmer, by the way.
Elma.
Who,
Lovely.
what are your names?
I'm Arwen.
Oh, I'm Stix.
You're named after a branch.
Ba. Okay. We have gone 3.5 years without us making a joke about Stix's name. And I have saved the world, well, saved many people many times, and I will not have some fucking child make fun of my name. It's Stix, and I made this name when I was 13 on the road living under a tree. So don't you fucking come at me about my goddamn name, okay?
Excuse me, stop
Not
pointing at this child.
And it's not a branch, because a branch is still attached to a tree. It's about the things that come off the tree.
I think sticks are on the tree.
No, sticks are detached from the tree. That's why it's a stick.
She looks at Arwen and just goes, "Your friend Twig's quite sensitive about his name."
Oh my god.
I skunk her. I grip my spear really, really tight. I'm like, no, you're a good guy. Good guy, you're a good guy.
Flowers.
Just
Oh, God.
everyone just roll a d20 for me.
We have made it so long without anyone saying anything about Stix's name. And we meet one youth. One
This is the
children.
problem.
One
with the youth.
teenager, and everything goes to pot. Nat 20. This bitch is
Yeah,
getting...
she tries to dodge out of the way of it. Oh, when you try and get like a counter with some, but yeah, she's just like, oh, she kind of looks at you. Does he do this a lot?
You know what? No, he's supposed to be like this mighty wise paladin, and he's just a petty little boy.
Did you try and
Petty
turn
little
me into a
boy.
skunk? Are you a bad wizard?
Yeah, he's a bad wizard.
No.
This is why you need powers, so then you can skunk him back.
Well, yes. I'm a bad wizard. I'm a good paladin. I'll put it that way.
He's a bad wizard.
Yes.
I'm gonna have to have a bath tonight.
Yes, you are.
You better.
Stay. How dare you? I can't believe you do this to an innocent child.
Would hardly call them innocent.
You make your way through the forest for about half an hour, accompanied by a child that smells of skunk.
Yes. Too
Ew.
fucking right they do.
It is an unpleasant journey.
By the way, at some point, can I just turn around and go, "Oh wait, what's your name?"
Elma.
Elma. Right. Okay.
Even I know that.
Remember how we got onto this thing about names
No,
that
I
led to
don't.
you skunking a child?
I just remember my name was made fun of. I don't remember her saying her name. I may have been distracted.
She did tell you her name was Elma.
Right. Never mind. Let's go then. Need time.
Yeah, takes you about half an hour, and then you begin to see houses and little smoke trails rising up through the trees. And you soon find yourself amongst the hustle and bustle of village life. You can see, it seems like in the center of the village there is a very large, like, oak tree that seems to form the center of some sort of, like, maybe like marketplace or like gathering spot, things like that. And there are a number of wagons and things. There are a number of sort of beasts of burden tied up to pull the wagons and things like that, and a few sort of people milling about through. As you make your way in, a few people sort of cast like a sort of a wary eye over you. A few people like wave cheerily at Elma. You pass a guy that's got like a sort of a fairly like blood spattered sort of apron. It seems to be outside some sort of. You can see bits of animal carcass and things hanging in the shop, like behind him and things like that. Various pieces are sort of like wrapped in leaves and things like that. You can see a customer like walking away, and he like looks up sort of jovially and like raises a hand in greeting to Elmer and says, no luck today. Then he's like, no, well, I met some people who might be able to help, so I kind of cut the hunting short.
But really,
It's like, oh well, take him to see. Yes, well, you better take him to see. You better take him to see Maple. She'll know what to do. She kind of like, yes, I'm going there now. Don't worry. Just to make it through, and as she like gets close, he sort of like wrinkles his nose, like, and sort of like looks around like what, and like starts like checking his feet for like.
I'd like to just like subtly point at Stix, just like.
He's just sort of like, oh, well, nice to meet you. There is a we have a small sort of way house. You'll be able to find bards and things there if you need them, travellers.
Bards? Who the hell needs a bard?
Bath.
Oh, yes. That sounds nice.
yeah, bards could be good. We don't need bards. Anyone can tell the story.
Yeah, she leads you through the village to a modest house. And there's you can hear the sound of sort of chatter inside. Sort of some fairly light feminine voices mixed with a few sort of gruffer voices and things like that. What do I say? If something's happened, I don't want too many people to go, and something to happen to them as well. Will be if more of if you all disappear up there, then what will we do? It'll leave the rest of us in severe difficulty if you all go off. It's like, in other words, well, if something's happened, then we need as many people as possible so that we can figure out what it is and make sure that nothing comes looking for us. There might be people that need help up there. Look, Happen, you can't take as many as that. We need people here. It's like, I'll take as many as want to go. I'm not stopping anyone. As long as they're old enough, they can come. At this point, Elmer's like gives a sharp like rap on the door, and the voice is like swiftly silence. Until you hear footsteps, and the door is thrown open, and this you see sort of quite a short-looking elven woman with sort of dark reddish hair. Maybe only sort of like 5'2", 5'3". You can see Elmer is like almost of a height with her. And she says, "Well, I'm glad you're back. Sneaking away like that this morning, you're going to be in right trouble. You are. I half thought you'd decided to hide away in Scarparoff with your father, but." And then she sort of like catches up. Oh dear Lord, what is that? Elmer, get in here! And like she like reaches up and like grabs Elmer by the ear and like drags her inside. She's like, Mum, get off, get off! It wasn't me. I found some people that might be able to help. I was like, boots off, no, boots off. What have you stepped in? What have you rolled in? Like she kind of like Elmer like bats her mum's like head away. Like, I found some people. They might be able to help. They're magic. It's like wizards. We don't trust. No, they're not. I mean, they said they weren't a wizard. They didn't turn me into a frog. But go get at least a change of clothes. You absolutely stink. Oh. And Elmer kind of like sheepishly like drops her like her bow and her pack and things like that by the door and like runs like up a set of stairs. The way like a disciplined child runs, when they make an effort to make it be as loud as possible on every step.
Mm-hmm.
And then she sort of like brushes down like her apron thing. She looks up at you and says, "Well, hello, my name is Maple. Elmer thinks you might be able to help us."
Yeah. We
Has she told you
believe
much
that.
about what's going on?
Not really. Well, kind of. People up north that you normally get fish from are not replying to you, and they might be dead.
Yes. Well, yes, that is the summary of it. We were planning on sending a contingent of people out to try and investigate what's happened. As I say, we normally have a ample trade goes sort of both ways between the villages. They supply us with fish and other things, waterproof skins from the sea and things like that. We supply them with grain and fresh produce from our harvests and so forth. Textiles that they can't necessarily get. Furs to help them keep warm up there. But as I say, we haven't heard them for some time, and we've sent a couple of people to look for them, to sort of go up and see what's happened, but they haven't returned either. So my husband here, Happen, was going to take a contingent of our folks to go and find out what's going on. But
Well, we can go instead.
Yeah.
well, you see sort of the larger figure sort of looming behind Happen's got big sort of like long like dark black hair and stuff. Like a big sort of like barrel chest, clearly like is wearing heavy sort of like leather trousers with like a big suspenders over his shoulder, and he's like tucks his thumb into them, and it's like, well, what makes the three of you think that you'll be able to succeed where a group of us?
We have a very particular set of skills. We have dealt with problems similar to this before.
I would like to whip out a parchment that I asked Matilda to write for me. This is my CV.
Curriculum vitae, I believe the elves call
What
it.
has Matilda written on this piece of paper for you?
Oh, languages. Lots.
Hicks,
Things killed. Dragon. Another dragon. Possibly another dragon? No. And then crossed out because she got that wrong.
When was the second dragon?
Literally like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, yes.
Big purple worm. Undead times 1 with lots of zeros and then a 6 on the end. Vampire in brackets buried on another plane of existence, close brackets. Yeah, and so on and so forth, you know.
Between the two of them, they...
Oh, wait. And then references, Red Hat Wizard Man, Matilda, and Genevieve, but you know, none of them know that they're on my CV, except Matilda, obviously.
Any of us, your references, like we were literally right there.
No, because you can't be the reference to the job that you're gonna try and get as well. Duh.
I'm not
You.
trying to get any job. I have a job.
Yes, and we're trying to prove to them that we are good at it. You're not going to be a very good reference when you're right there. Duh. Obviously.
But wouldn't that make me the best reference? Like,
No,
really
being you're
did.
bad and in a bad reference. It would be bad, okay? I'd look like I'm wrong.
I don't think you know what a reference.
Look, you're not on my CV, okay?
Okay.
The two of them happen able to take this piece of paper and look over it somewhat skeptically.
God, no one's got my number today. Fuck no.
I was I was like, well, look, we're not a well-off village. We can't really afford to pay adventurers and things to do stuff for us.
Fine, we're going up there anyway. It's all good.
Yeah, we're kind of doing this anyways. We're sort of on our own quest that might involve the thing that's doing all that stuff. So you guys don't worry about it. You know, you look like you got enough problems. And well, you know that the people they're trading with.
Yes.
Have gone.
Yeah, she's like, well, your mail turns out. It's like, well, what can the harm be? We let them go 3 days. If we don't hear anything, then you can go. How's that? It's like, fine, very well. All right, I'll tell everyone to pack up and we'll reconvene on another day. And he kind of like grabs a big like jacket off a hook and kind of stumps like out of the house. It's like, it's like
Wumpy.
yeah. It's like Mabel just sort of smiles at you. It's like, well, thank you. That's my husband. He's just stressed. His brother was one of the ones that went to see how things were going, so he's worried about him.
Ugh. Why must everyone insist on going and checking on other people? Ugh.
Yes, well,
Oh, I'm back to myself. There we go. That's better.
I say, I guess all I can do is say thank you and look forward to hearing from you as soon as possible. You're welcome to stay. Yeah, there's many hours of daylight left before you need to head off. But you're welcome to stay for a late lunch. Have you eaten on the road or? Come. Here, I've got fresh bread and meat pies made from meat that Elma caught. As much as I worry about her going off at all times of the day and night, she is good at what she does. I say it's the least I can do to thank you for everything that you're offering to do for us.
Can I quickly do an animal messenger to tell Hugo and
Namiri?
Namiri. Who the fuck is Amarantha?
I think you're.
I don't fucking know. Namiri. That we're over here. So
Okay.
when they're done, come over here.
Okay.
Basically.
Okie dokie.
I have a world question for the DM.
Yes.
How is magic learned?
How that depends on who you are.
Okay, what if you're a 14-year-old elf who wants to turn someone into a frog one day?
So, there are the academics who learn through study.
Mm-hmm.
There are the divine who receive their powers from through worship to a being. And there are the natural magics, which belong to the druids and things like that, as well as sorcerers, who they're slightly different. But druids, your training would have come from a mentor who would have taught you ways to channel your connection to the land, basically.
How long does that take for first level?
Sometime you can't just do it
What
in
if
an
I
afternoon.
What if I tell her how to do it and then she just keeps doing it for a while?
Yes, that might work.
Cool, I want to do that, please, thank you.
Okay. So you stay for a bit of lunch.
I just want to teach her how to skunk Stix when he comes back one day.
Okay. Yeah, you stay for a little bit, and the food is very, very fine, very filling. Enjoy a pleasant meal, fresh bread, meat pies, and things like that. During the meal, perhaps you spot that Elmer is out in the garden behind the house. There is a very old and rotten looking stump, maybe sort of 3 feet high, in the garden, where a tree was once felled, and you can see that it is the target of dozens and dozens and dozens of arrow strikes, and that's what she's doing at the moment. Is she's shooting arrow after arrow into this thing, and then walking and collecting them and so forth. And you head out, and she's a bit sullen. It's like, you're gonna leave, aren't you?
Well, I mean, yeah.
Can I come with you?
You're 14.
Absolutely not. My.
I'm a good shot though, and I can look after myself.
I
You won't have to feed
know.
me or anything. I can find stuff.
You're a good shot, but I mean, so is Arwen, and even she died.
This man's bad with children. That's me saying it.
I am
You
just.
you keep saying that she died, but she's here.
Yes, we
Yeah.
did it with us.
It was a whole thing.
It was a whole thing. There was a dragon involved, and just a bunch of other smaller dragon people.
Tell you what, if I teach you a few little things, you keep practicing them, I'll come back at some point and we can go on a mini adventure together just to get you going.
You promise?
I promise, little friend.
She drops her bow and just throws her up, jumps and throws her arms around you. Okay. What are you gonna show me? What are you gonna show me?
I'm willing to bet Arwen is the reason this girl died.
Don't make me the reason this girl dies. I don't think I could ever play D&D again.
I'm kidding.
Okay. So what do you teach her?
I mean, I'm going to try and teach her the basics of a druid craft, because I feel like that's the thing that everyone starts with when it comes to cantrips. That seems like the one everyone knows.
Okay. Do you want to
make a little flower go bloom?
Do you want to harpy that how you do that, or do you just want to say that's what you do?
No,
Okay.
that's what I do, because I don't know how to teach a child magic.
Just make it up.
Yeah, but she can't actually do it, so it's like, oh, I got it.
Reach into yourself.
And she's gonna have
take a deep
a hissy fit, and I'll just kick her or something, and I can't handle that. And I don't want to do that.
So you spend a bit of time explaining how the process works and what she needs to practice,
Mm-hmm.
and she takes it on board.
I do warn her that it won't be instant, and she's got to try a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
And because she's 14, she immediately says, actually, I can't be arsed.
It's fine by me. Means I don't have to do anything. I can just come back and go, oh, you didn't want to? Bye. Got shit to do.
Okay. So, the three of you head out. The centre of the village has dispersed. People are going about their sort of daily business, here, there, and everywhere. And you can all carry on and make your way north. You still have a little bit of time left on your wind spell.
Namiri following us now, or?
Well, you guys agreed to meet them this evening at the spot where you departed from.
Yes.
So
and you sent an animal messenger to tell them where you were.
Yeah, and that we're not going to go back to the spot. Go to head to this place.
Yeah. So
I
they'll get
reckon-
that message when they arrive in the evening.
Oh,
Or we could just, I mean, we're not too far. We could just wind walk over to them.
yeah, that's true. Pick them up and
Yeah.
skedaddle.
So well, you guys have got a choice. You can either go on from here, or you can go. If you use your wind walk, you can go back and speak to them, or you can go on from here and they will make progress to join you the following day.
I don't know. It's up to you, Arwen, because obviously Hugo's with the Mary anyway.
Yeah, let's go back.
Okay. So you use the remainder of your wind walk, and you have to walk a little bit. Just by the time you've done everything, like sort of during the day, you haven't quite got enough time, but you make it, back to the spot you left in the morning. You find, the same sort of camp spot, and you settle down to wait. You're there maybe an hour or so, have comfortably got, a fire going, bedrolls and things set up, ready to settle down for an evening, when you hear the sound of leathery wings cutting through the air. At which point, Arwen, you are bombarded with just a mental barrage of excitable images as Hugo, like an excitable child, just dive bombs down, like a mixture of excitable child and dog, like dive bombs down and starts sort of like jumping over you and giving you like acidy licks, while also mentally telling you everything in just a random order of like, oh, then this happened, then this happened, and then this happened. Oh yeah, but before that, this thing happened, and that sort of thing. But now we get to the bit where we figure out what actually happened. So, I would like 3 rolls from Arwen and 3 rolls from one of Kleri or Stix to cover Namiri. So, the first roll is a nature check. This is to look for likely locations to find dragons or signs of dragons in the environment.
Nature as me or nature as Hugo?
Nature as Hugo.
Uh,
I'll tell you now, Namiri has a +4 to this.
Well, she got a 10.
Okay.
9.
So 9 to begin with. Okay. The second roll is an investigation or perception check to find specific details, having ascertained having ascertained some potential locations to look for specific clues in those environments. Namiri has a +10 to this as well. So that is a 31 and so I have a 26 on this side and a 31 on this side. Okay. The final roll is and this is your choice, again, a deception, persuasion, or intimidation check in order to, having found likely sites of dragons, having followed them, to find dragons, to get information out of said dragons.
Like, persuasion is
Okay.
probably best for a bunch of young dragons.
Okay, persuasion is a +8 for Namiri, which makes that a 24, and Hugo a 22. So you guys have rolled very highly there overall, as that is a cumulative set of rolls. So
Hey.
the high ones cancel out the low ones. I think that's a total of 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 20. Yeah, so it's like over 120 total. Wait, that doesn't seem right. 6 rolls, all above it. That doesn't seem right. Hold on, let's do maths again. 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. 40, 50. Oh, no, yeah, no, it is. It is
I
that
mean,
high.
we did roll like at least 3 or maybe 4 above 20. So
Yeah,
They
yeah,
were
I'm
all
pretty
above
sure.
20,
So
except
yeah,
for the two
they average out.
that's cancelled out.
Okay, so what they have learned is there is a new what's the word? Territorial leader has been established. Adult dragons and things are generally okay if they stick to the southern borders. Young dragons are generally alright in most places. This new dragon is a white dragon. His name is Veloctar, the Frigid Tormentor.
Veloctar Frigid.
Are you
doesn't
laughing
want
at my
to
dragon
kiss.
name?
No, that he's frigid.
Frigid as in cold, as in icy.
Abby. Don't
What?
worry, JJ. I thought it was a great dragon
Uh,
name.
you learn that his lair is based in a bay on a large bay on the north shore.
Lovely.
And as Namiri sort of finishes reciting this to you, she says, "There's one more thing as well. We met quite the helpful dragon. She wanted to meet all of you as well. She should be here relatively soon." And almost on cue, you hear another set of wings begin to cut through the air. And in the fading light, with the sun sort of reflecting off the underside, you can see that a glittering dragon soars through the air and comes to land before you. They are small, they are young, about the same size as the Mary. And they are a silver dragon. And upon landing, there is a small sort of like whirlwind around them as their form shifts and they adopt a humanoid form. However, this humanoid form is not quite perfect. Although they have adopted this, sort of tall, elegant form with this like beautiful, like silver-looking long dress. One of their arms is, it's like a pale, fleshy skin tone, and the other one is scaled. You can see this sort of scaled effect runs up their arm, up their shoulder, and into their face, where one side of their face is, again, like a humanoid with sort of a pale, very pale sort of ice blue eye, and the other side is scaled and sort of like subtle horns are coming out, and like the slit on the other eye is like a like a dragon, like a it's like the pupil is a slit on the eye rather than being a circular pupil. And they kind of stand before you and sort of shake back their hair and look at you all and catch kind of a look, catch sort of the looks maybe on all your faces. It's like, and then look down at themselves and go, "Oh, not again. I promise I'm getting better at this." And they sort of like twirl on the spot again and turn back into a dragon. And then they spin once more, and this time a fully recognized humanoid form without the draconic flaws emerges. Like, oh, that's very embarrassing. I promise I'm getting better at this, but forgive my little faux pas.
It's okay. We don't mind you being just a dragon.
Well, that is kind of you. Well, yes, I happen to have met the delightful Namiri and Hugo out and about.
Why are
And
you
then
frowning at his name?
which is an unusual name for a dragon. On their delightful information gathering mission that they told me, and they told me that with great enthusiasm that you are quite the proficient adventurers, and might be the perfect thing that I am looking for. You see, I am older than I may look, and am approaching an age where I will no longer be welcome. Well, I'm not welcome anyway, but no longer be tolerated by the frigid tormentor. I am hoping that you, delightful people, might be able to help me usurp him.
Oh, yeah. We love a revolution.
Well, okay, hold on. Is the frigid tormentor? This might be a stupid
Oh
question.
my god, does he have another name? He's got
Is
another name.
Is the name? Is the frigid tormentor? Is that like? Is he a bad guy?
I mean, anyone who names himself the frigid tormentor.
I know. I just wanted to make sure because I don't want to go and kill an innocent dragon. Who's just trying to. Maybe he's just got like a big beefy name, like
He's got a big what?
big beefy name to like scare people off.
Hmm.
What did you think I said?
I was adjusting my headphones at the time. Just it's best if we just carry on.
Yeah.
But yes, Vithoa regards you as like, well, yes, as you have surmised, one doesn't get a name like that without being unpleasant, shall we say.
Tormenting a few people.
Additionally, he has amassed quite the wealth, and, well, your assistance in shortcutting my way to the top of the food chain and that delightful hoard he possesses would be much appreciated.
Only if we can take something from the hoard. Each.
That seems fair.
Sick.
Sweet.
Payment for a job well done.
Bless you.
And, given its location, payment upon completion, obviously.
Sweet.
And we get to pick which thing we take.
Of course.
Excellent.
Sweet.
Well, this was delightfully easy. I'll be in touch.
Yeah, we're not hard to please.
Well,
What was your name, Soz? Barbara or something?
Vaithoa.
Oh, with
Really?
a V.
Yes. Vaythoa.
Oh, I thought it began with a B. Vaithoa.
Vaithoa.
Silver dragon who wants to usurp. And what's the bad guy called?
His
Veluc
is Valak Tar. VALUC''TAR.
Bloody hell, where's the apostrophe? TAR. Thank you. And he's the
frigid
non-kissing tormentor.
Sorry?
The non-kissing tormentor.
Right.
Yeah, hold on. You said a frigid tormentor. That definitely sounds like the way she's talking about, not the frigid tormentor.
Yeah, he's the frigid tormentor.
Right. You can throw as many dragons as you want against us, JJ. We're gonna find a way to humiliate all of them.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll put a
Unfortunately,
T-shirt on this one that says
already-
"I don't want to be kissed."
I'd already made these plans after you mutilated my last dragon and put him in a tutu.
There was no mutilation. It was fine.
It was unwelcome, was what it was.
No, it was absolutely
Might have been
amazing.
unwelcome for you, but for us, it was definitely welcome.
Well,
Thoroughly.
I'm glad you guys enjoyed it.
10 out of 10.
I mean, I was pissing myself, so best day ever.
Was a pretty good day.
Oh,
Rithora transforms back into a silver dragon. She pats Ishiro on the head. It's like, anytime you want to visit, after I've acquired my new digs. You are most
Aw.
welcome. And sort of,
cute.
turns to leave, and as she sort of like spreads her wings, like turns her head back over her shoulder, it's like, you as well, Namiri.
Oh,
And takes to the air.
hell yeah.
How many people want to fuck Namiri?
She's a very attractive dragon.
Oh, Jesus.
So far, only 3,
Yeah, well, that's more than.
and one of them's dead. So
Yeah.
Who's the second one?
the little kobold dude. But I don't think he really does. I think he's just her friend.
Yeah.
He's just smitten, not in like a sexual way, just like a, oh, isn't she great and powerful and noble and majestic as a dragon?
There.
Whereas Syrax was he kind of became disenchanted with her. It's like, I mean, he's big and powerful, but he's also kind of sleazy and not very noble, which is not what a dragon should be.
And he had a red nose. And a sparkly one.
Rock falls, everyone dies, campaign over.
No!
No, I don't know what I'd do with that.
I
This.
roll a
need this.
D100.
Go on then.
No. No.
You coward.
No. I polymorph into a chicken. That was scarily good.
Yeah.
He had practice when
Are
he was
you
a goose.
part chicken?
Well, no, we used to have chickens, my family.
So you learnt to communicate?
Yeah. No, I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. I just used to sit out the back garden and pretend
To
Your
talk to
poor
the
parents.
chickens.
Yeah. It was while they were out. It was obviously while everyone was out. Because
I don't know
we
if
had
that's
them
better or worse.
after I finished A levels and GCSE. So there was a brief period where my brother and sister were still in school, my parents are at work, and I had to stay home and look after both a dog, a cat, and 5 chickens.
So you were the ripe old age of 18? I thought
Yeah.
this was when you were like 9.
No, this is when I was 18 and really cool.
Oh, yes.
Well, actually, no, it wasn't 18. It was 17. Because at the age of 18, my parents came to get me from school. And they were like, oh, it'll be fine. Well, it'll be fine to leave the chickens for one night in Bristol without us there to turn on the fence or anything. And they doubled up the fence around the place. But they obviously couldn't turn it on because no one was there to turn it on and make sure it didn't like catch fire or whatever. And they came to Wales. They stayed one night in Wales. They picked me up. We came home, and all the chickens were dead. Every single one of them. Foxes killed all of them. So we never got chickens again. Damn foxes. It was very sad. Because I grew quite attached to my chicken.
Evidently.
Share
My name's Colonel Sanders, Kentucky.
I do think mine was called Bucket.
Jesus Christ.
McDonald's.
just based on the bucket meals at KFC. Or the Ryan,
Bargain bucket.
his was called Nugget.
Oh, good stuff.
I think Neve gave hers a genuine name, and my parents were in their 40s, so they didn't give their chickens names. Actually, I think eventually my dad did start to call his one Egg Machine, because literally his favorite thing was going out into the chicken coop on a like weekend morning, grabbing some eggs and making like an egg sandwich. And every single time he'd come in and go, "These chickens paying for themselves now, paying for themselves."
They're probably not.
No,
They're
they
quite good
definitely
because you
were.
can feed them on like peelings and stuff like that, so you can
Yes.
feed them a lot of
On
food
what?
waste. Peelings.
Yes.
So like potato
Peeling.
peeling. Yeah, so like organic food waste you can feed them on, so you can supplement their food with that.
Yeah,
But-
but only if you're running a bed and breakfast.
But like my parents we only had them for about 3 years, and they spent hundreds of pounds on like the wire and on the coop and on the everything for them and on them themselves. They were quite expensive. So yeah, and you think like over like 2 to 3 years, cost of a box of eggs every week probably didn't equate to that.
But it adds up, you know.
It does add up, and it does save a little bit of money. But
It's good for it's if ever I saw something that was like if everyone had chickens, it would save X 100 million tons of carbon waste every year.
Yes, but do you know how annoying they are to have in the garden?
No.
yes,
I do. I live next door to them. They made me want to murder them. I was very close to getting my sister's bow. But they went a very long time ago. Woohoo!
Anyway, should we get back to some D&D real quick?
Why?
Okay, we're talking about chickens. I shall take a nap.
Okay.
they were great.
So chicken run.
Actually, my sister's one did peck me once. That wasn't very nice.
Ugh.
Yeah,
Put it down.
yeah. Wring its neck. Kidding. Anyway, yes. Let's go to.
A beach. Each.
Let's
That goes
go
the other
get
way.
away.
Okay.
They-
Well, if there's nothing else anyone would like to RP this evening, yeah, you can all take a long rest.
Voice.
Regain any roll for any charges or anything like that for your various items that we've used. Fill all your spell slots.
I feel like I fucked up here. Oh,
Why?
because I feel like I'm meant to be rolling for my charges. I don't just get. Yeah, I get 2d6 plus 3 charges each day at dawn. Right.
Of
So
what?
Of charges for my spear. So if I roll 2d6 plus 3, I've only used 6, so anything above a. Yeah, I got my charges back. Sweet. Yay.
Okay. What is your plan?
Go to north.
Go up north.
Where are you heading? Are you looking for the village or are you going straight for the lair?
We could go to the
Yes.
village and see if that allows us to glean any of its abilities.
Yeah.
Frozen breath
Mhm.
and claws, and I'm assuming some kind of bite. But if there is anything else, like
Mhm.
like it creates shards from its face or something. I don't know.
Okay. I'm assuming you're going to wind walk again?
Uh huh.
Okay.
Right. Walkings for
You
nerds.
cast Windwalk. And now with your destination in mind, you'll head up north, following. Your path the previous day was more meandering as you were scouting. So now, with a more fixed destination in mind, you head off. It takes you a good chunk of hours, but you can see the coastline from this great height and swiftly wind your way towards it. The temperature drops as the journey reaches its conclusion, drops dramatically, being outside the borders of the forest, or the main, at least the main bulk of it. It is a much colder environment up here. You are able to pass over the village you saw yesterday and reach the shore. You find yourselves on the shore. Here is a sort of frozen, rocky, pebbly shoreline. It is not too sandy at this point. You follow the coastline for a little bit, heading east, and then soon, from your elevated position in the air, spot what looks to be a fishing village. There are a number of boats tied up in the harbour and a number of small thatched buildings. But no smoke rises from any of the chimneys. There's no people in the streets that you can see. The hustle and bustle is missing.
Is this place as we thought, like covered in snow and all cold and frozen and everything?
It is cold. Yeah, there is. You can see it is not currently snowing, but you can see remnants of snow and things like that in various places along the shore.
Okay.
The houses and things like that, the thatched roofs are. A few of them do have little snow caps upon them.
Can we
You
go
can
into
see a little
few
ways. There is a
houses?
small island, maybe 50 feet across. Maybe like 30 or 40 yards offshore. It looks like there was a bridge to the island at some point that no longer exists, and one of the building upon the island itself seems to have been burned down.
Burned.
Yes, burned.
Hmm.
But that's what you can see from your position in the air as you approach the village.
Interesting.
Interesting indeed.
How would you like to proceed?
Can we search some houses just to see if there's anyone around?
Okay, yeah. So you turn back out of your mist forms into yourselves. What do you want to do with Hugo and Mary for the time being? Where would you like them to position themselves?
I reckon flying overhead to make sure that we have some
Mm-hmm.
UAV style situation, some scouting, eyes on the horizons.
Okie dokie. So the three of you prepare to enter the village. The village itself is cold and desolate. There are a few houses, but the ones you pass seem cold and empty. As you walk through the village, moving door to door, house to house, you suddenly hear the sound of snow crunching underfoot, and not your feet. Two sets of footsteps approaching down a side alley between two buildings. What would you like to do?
Can we, like, kind of hide?
Mm-hmm. You wish to hide? Make a stop it.
I'd like to run away.
Okay. Just an 11 from Stix, is it?
Indeed.
Let me just check. Passive perception of something. Is it? It's there, isn't it? Yes, here we go. So you all dash sort of inside a building that you can see has been left unlocked. Pushing your way inside quickly, you can see that there is dust over a large amount of the furniture and things. One of the chairs has been knocked over and not picked up again. You quickly shut the door behind you, crouching in the dark to listen. You hear a voice. I swear I heard something. No, it's just, you're just paranoid. No, I definitely heard something.
Can I use so I've got the gust cantrip now. Can I use that to say so we're inside this building?
Yeah.
If there's a window, can I use it to say I'm imagining a fishing village, there's nets and boxes and crates and stuff everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Can I use the gust cantrip to just knock over one of those somewhere?
Yeah, so you peek out. Yeah, the door's got maybe a small window in it, and you peek through that out into the street, and you can see on the other side, yeah, there is a net hung up with heavy lead weights on it, and you target it with this gust spell, and you make it rock, and the lead weights clatter against the side of the house it's hung up next to you, and you see these two individuals in the street quickly turn towards the sound. You can see one of them has a staff in their hand, and they turn in that direction. What was that? It's the other one's oh, come on, man, you're just hearing things. It's just the wind. Let's complete this and get back. It's cold. I want to get back inside where it's warm. It's I was well, we better make sure everything's all right. He's He'll be here soon, and if things aren't in order, you know it'll be our necks on the line. Like, oh, that's fine. We rounded up most of them, and we got a few out, doing runs for us and stuff in their little boats and things. Well, everything's going fine. You worry too much. Just gonna make another check. All right, yeah, maybe you're right. Let's head back. We don't want to be late. And they turn away and begin to head back through the houses.
Can I ask, how would you know when in video games when people kind of like sneak up behind someone and hold them at knife point and stuff?
Yes.
How would that be a thing here?
So we have some stealth rules that Ben and I came up with a long time ago, which, depending on, which allow you to do sneaking and things in various scenarios, and sort of have the, guards and things will have an alert level. If you want to, like, basically take someone prisoner, you would need to grapple them and probably succeed on some sort of intimidation check to, like, with a knife to them to make them surrender.
If me and Kleri both did it, or Stix and Kleri, would they get advantage on intimidation because they're both doing it at the same time?
I'd say if you successfully grapple them and get them in a situation where you have a knife to them, you'd have advantage anyway.
Okay. I would suggest to Kleri that we possibly do that with either her and me or her and Stix. I don't know who's better with them.
You guys are the stealth ones.
To
Good plan.
describe these guys a little better for you, then you can see one of them is a sort of like smaller, slighter individual. They have, like a big staff that they're like walking with, like a walking stick. The other is and they are sort of like bundled up quite tightly. They've got like a big sort of like furred hood up and things like that. The other is a taller and broader, more muscular individual. You can see they've got the hood of their cloak is like an animal skin. So it's like a bear, like a bear skin hood.
So they'll never see it coming.
Yeah. I reckon you guys take them. I will be on backup. Should they escape? Because you guys are the stealthiest ones.
Okay. Where's it gone? Oh, where's my stat block gone? Okay, so both of you make stealth checks to sneak up behind them. What page were you on? Okay. Great. So, you both successfully sneak up and get right up behind them. Now, you both need to make strength checks to grapple them. You
Mhm.
have advantage from acting from a position of stealth. You caught them both off guard, so you both have advantage on your strength check. And they will both make contested rolls.
Oh,
So
abort?
Oh, guys.
I mean, Kleri did it.
okay, who is
Arwen
going
didn't.
for who? Who is tackling the? Who is going for the big one, and who is going for the little one? Probably a question I should have asked before you both rolled. But
I'll go for the big one.
you're going for the big one.
Mhm.
All right.
No, I'm going for the little one.
Okay.
I don't know. Kleri, which one are you going for?
I don't know.
Well, while you make some decisions, I'm gonna roll. Okay. Little one.
Oh, you haven't rolled yet.
No.
Okay. I'll go for the big one. I'll go for
You're
the big
going
one.
for the big one.
Yeah.
And Clary's going for the little one.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Arwen, you and this one is tall, probably like 6', 6'6", something like that. Big, wearing heavy furs, muscular, carrying a big axe in one hand by their side. You jump. You have to like physically like jump to reach them, and basically like as you do so, you jump and land on their back, and they just like let out this roar, like this giant hand reaches over their shoulder. They lean forwards and they just tip you down and dump you into the snow at their feet.
Woohoo!
Kleri, you jump on the little one, who is not nearly as strong, but you grab them. Again, you try and bring the dagger up, but before you can fully bring the dagger up and restrain them, they wriggle and they just move quickly, and they just, rather than a feat of strength, they just like twist underneath your arm, and they dexterously break out of your grip as well. That one was really close. That was a natural 20 plus 2 dexterity to escape Kleri.
Damn.
But I think we're going to roll initiative on that point.
What? No.
Oh, no. Why do I have a bad feeling about this? They're like hunters or some shit.
It's 13 for you and 2 for you. 13 plus 2 is 15, and 2 plus nothing is 2. Okay. So, Kleri followed by Arwen. Followed by the Channeler. Followed by Stix. And bringing up the rear, the Barbarian. Okay, Kleri, you are up first. This small individual has twisted out of your grip. Arwen has been flipped over the back of the other one, and as they like spin around, they begin to like raise their staff up and you can hear them starting to utter some arcane words as if they're about to cast a spell.
Oh,
Bloody hell.
snap.
Damn!
Snap, snap. Is Arwen close enough for me to get sneak attack on that?
Yep.
Oh.
And this individual is beginning to the tip of the staff is beginning to glow. They are beginning to cast some arcane words, and you just take your dagger of elements and you just bury it straight up underneath their chin. Their eyes like roll back in their head. The staff drops from their hands, and there is just a gurgle as the final attempts to cast this incantation before they just slump to the floor.
Was that
Arwen.
the
Do
small
we
one?
know they're bad guys yet?
No. We don't.
We just heard them from an alleyway, and you jumped them and stabbed them.
I'm gonna cast Entangle.
Okay. What is the saving throw on Entangle?
Cast this
Strength check.
bad guy.
DC.
18.
And that is a fail.
Excellent. You are entangled.
Okay. Yeah. This like large individual, as they like tip you over, you like sweep your arm through the snow, like casting it aside, and all these like roots and vines spring up and begin to like wrap around their legs. Are they restrained by that, or are they just grappled?
Restrained by entangled play. Yeah, restrained.
Okay. They are restrained.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I call to Stix and say, do you have Zone of Truth prepared?
You got. I think so. Yes.
Whoa, my favourite.
Okay.
Truth him.
All right. Stix, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Stix is gonna come out, bust out the door, and say, well, no, I'm just gonna cast Zone of Truth, as I've been requested to do on this one guy. And
Okay.
I'm gonna look in the snow next to me at the dead guy and go, "What the fuck?" But yes, this one guy. Zone of Truth. I'll say, "Who are you? What are you all doing here?"
What is the DC, please?
The DC is a DC 19 Charisma saving throw.
Charisma save. 16 plus stuff will pass.
Oh, he's a prick. It's fine. I now know if he's lying, though. No, I don't. I know that he's passed. So whatever he says, we can't trust.
Well, threaten him with good old fashioned brute force.
Or I could cast it again. because I have lots of spell slots now.
Yeah, that's true.
Anything else on your turn, Stix?
No, that was my action. Yeah, pretty much it.
Okay. Entangle Arwen. Do they get to make a save beginning of their turn, end of their turn? Is it an action to make a save?
Action to make a strength check against your spell save DC.
Okie dokie. In which case, you watch this figure like reaches down or like hunches over and then like rears back and lets out a shout as they go into a rage. They're going to have advantage on. Is it a strength save?
No,
A
strength check.
Okay, that will be a 26.
Yeah, okay. Whoops.
As they reach down and rip the tangle of vines free.
Rude.
That is their turn. That is all they can do. Kleri, what would you like to do?
And do that thing again.
Should I not continue?
I mean, it's up to you, but I mean, if these people turn out innocent, I am gonna have to arrest you.
You have no authority here, Stix the Wanderer.
I am a paladin of nature. We're in nature.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that. Like Clary saved my life multiple times, but I am gonna have to arrest you now.
I'd like to see him try.
Bad guys.
So true. Should just climb up a wall or something.
Well, I've already killed one.
Yay!
32 will hit.
Stab, stab, stab,
Already
stab.
one life sentence. Can't put me in prison for 2 lives unless I'm the cat.
28, 34. Is that maths? Yeah, that's maths. 34 damage. I actually got to write this one down.
34. Good hit. Good hit.
Yeah. You like stab in through this guy's furs, and you can feel that there is metal underneath, but you manage to luckily like find a gap between whatever metal is underneath these furs and deal a chunk of damage. Anything else? Bonus action?
Wait, is he still?
Yeah, he's still kicking.
Might as well try it.
Good job.
24 hits.
One.
One more damage. Yeah. The magical dagger was able to like penetrate through the metal underneath the furs, where the bone dagger is not as effective. Oh, what are you doing? You are down on the ground.
I'm on the ground. Why am I on the
Yeah.
ground?
Because you didn't stand up.
What?
Because he like when you tried to tackle him, he like tipped you like over. You landed in the snow, and you didn't say you stood up on your last turn.
Oh. Okay. I would like to make a snow angel.
Okay. You would like to make a snow angel.
Yes, please.
Would you like to do anything else?
Yeah, why not? I'm going to inflict wounds on his ankles.
Okay. Go for it. Melee spell attack.
Do I
He's
just
staying on the ground?
Yes, it's on his ankles.
You would technically have disadvantage if you...
Why?
Because you're
But
prone.
No, because I'm at his ankles.
You
But I'm
could
not
stand
trying to
up.
reach up.
It's okay. You're him. You got this.
But wait, hold on. Why didn't Kleri get 6 damage? Why did she only get 1?
Because it's an offhand attack, and she doesn't have the fighting style 2-weapon fighting, so she doesn't
Okay,
get
it's
her...
not because he's wearing big cloak stuff.
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll stand up then.
Okay.
Sorry, I thought he had like weird armor.
No, 19 hits.
Good.
Good.
19. That's not too bad, actually.
19.
It's above average.
What, inflict wounds?
Huh?
How'd you get inflict wounds?
Shadow touch.
How did I get? Yeah, probably.
We've had this discussion before. You're like, how did I get dispelled? Stix. You're up.
This guy isn't down yet, right? He's still up.
He's looking hurt though.
Looking hurt though.
Like Klari's attack did a chunk of damage, and there's like a section of like his furs on his side where the dagger went in. It's already showing a large amount of blood, and Arwen's inflict wounds. You can see like the sort of like red that filled his face when he went into a rage has receded, and he looks sort of slightly grey and sickly now due to the necrotic damage.
I'm going to cast Zone of Truth again.
Yeah. Choose him.
Okay.
You
And
can
DC
handle the
19
truth.
charisma save.
DC 19 charisma save.
That is a 19 on the dice.
No. Put him in the bin.
JJ, you're killing me.
Just punch him and ask.
Really?
Where are the others?
I'm just gonna shout to him. Who are you? What are you doing here? Well, no, I'm not gonna shout at him. Say to him, who are you? And what are you doing here?
That's very calm for a man who in front of you is in a rage. Next to you, I've just inflicted some wounds and Kleri's stabbing him repeatedly in the back.
Yeah.
That's because there's a small part of me that thinks this is just a
So
very...
who are you?
Part of me just
he is going to make some attacks against the person in front of him, who he can see, with his... That's a
Which
natural
one is in front of
That's a
him?
natural 1.
But who's in front of him?
That's a 10. You're in front of him.
Me?
Yes, if you just pointed out Kleri is stabbing him in the back.
Oh, okay. Well, so Stix. He's next to me too. But the same, it's not actually matter anyway.
Yes. That's 21 to hit you, Arwen.
I thought you said 10.
On the dice.
Ew.
A plus 11.
Yuck.
You rolled 2 natural ones. Let me have this.
That's
No.
gonna,
You take 10. What is it? Slashing damage and 6 cold damage. And then he like he carries on, still facing you. He like shoulders into you, pushing past you. For both of you, well, first Kleri, then you, Arwen, will get an attack of opportunity as he tries to run.
We all get an attack of opportunity.
If you moved up, then Stix, then yes.
Yeah, it would be moved up. Oh god, yeah, I'll take one, but I'm not gonna make it lethal. I'm just gonna make it well. Let's start for steer. 23.
Yep, 23 hits.
12.
Wasn't it Kleri first?
5.
Well,
Yeah.
Kleri and Stix will be at the same time, so they can go. If Kleri would like to go first, she can.
Attack of opportunity.
You don't have to take an opportunity yet. Yep, 19 does hit. I mean, with Arwen back on her feet, you could say that's a crit. With if you wish to be, you can have flanking.
You could just say it's not me. In the ankles. On the shoulder. Side.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I'll take the crit, but yeah, can I make this one non-lethal? I feel bad.
Yeah, if you'd like to. Are you using sneak attack?
Yeah.
Okay, first.
Oh god.
Yeah. So it's like a combination move between you as he tries to like push past Arwen. He like ducks his shoulder and turns away from the two of you. Kleri like jumps in and slashes across like the back of his leg, dropping him to one knee and crippling his movement. And then Stix comes in with the butt of his spear and just cracks him around the head to take him down.
Oh, show you that. 17, 37, 44, 64, 70 damage on it.
Yeah, Kleri did an even 70 there, I think.
Yeah. Ow.
Good stuff.
Murderer.
Oh no. Everything might be bad.
They are
I'm just a humble fisherman.
So he's knocked out now.
Yes, he is unconscious.
Awesome. Well,
Can we like search his body?
yes.
Yeah.
Very good idea.
Yeah, he's got a big old great axe. He's wearing, like underneath the furs, he's actually got like a plate, like chest plate on. It doesn't seem to have much more than that. If you want to like, everyone who's searching, make an investigation check.
I'll just stand back.
Oh,
Oh no.
are you very good at this?
Investigation.
Maybe I will have a look, you know? Just in case. Yeah, you know what? I think it's okay.
So, Kleri and Stix are searching the barbarian's body, and he doesn't seem to be carrying too much. Arwen, you search the Chandler's body, and you find that they have a staff which is carved. It's like a plain staff with like a slightly flared like head to it, There's like a little like spiral sort of wooden cage on it, and inside the little cage is a what looks to be like some diamond or another like white gemstone crystal. But it is carved like all the way up with like a scale pattern. It seems to be quite well worn. There is like a section sort of like around where your hand would normally be, sort of about like hand height if you held it out straight in front of you. That's where it's like roughed away some of this etching and things and just like smoothed it out. Yeah, I mean, you find a small pouch of material components. This individual is wearing studded leather armor underneath their furs. But the most important thing you find is a small pouch, which inside contains a couple of different letters and notes. You look through the first couple, and some of them, they're pretty plain. They're like, so and so is ill. Can you take over his guard duty for a day? Completed. There's one for like completed. Patrol on the southern side of the village. Nothing found. You find a note that says 6 prisoners moved east. 2 boats, two boats taken out today. Good hauls. 1 attempted mutiny. Had to make an example of them. Need to find a new fisherman. And then you find another note, and this one is finer. It is a more elaborate hand, and the seal is broken, but the seal is a dragon's head. And opening up, it is a letter, and it contains information about a visit to the village by an individual called Lord Northstole. And all it says is Lord Northstole is coming in 3 days to check on the situation and to collect a shipment of fish for Valaktar.
Ugh. God, things can't be simple, can they?
No, never.
So these guys are working for the dragon. They're like sort of thugs working for him. Cool. Got like Viking-y vibes from them, Like this guy wearing big furs and stuff.
Yeah, big furs. A thing you'd also find out with a natural 20, you do find that there are like, if you like sort of like push up sleeves and sort of like pull down collars and stuff like that, looking for maybe like stuff like tucked in shirts or what have you. There are several like draconic themed tattoos.
Ugh, imagine having a dragon tattoo.
What kind of idiot really get a dragon tattoo?
I know.
I mean,
How embarrassing.
They're mythical creatures.
I know.
Bad enough getting stuff from this real world, like a flower.
Oh, yeah. Can you imagine? Ugh.
Can you imagine?
Couldn't be me.
No.
Couldn't be any of us, really.
No, me neither. Who would get a flower tattoo? Just. Who would?
Not me.
Well, on that delightfully passive-aggressive note, I'm going to call an end to the session there, as you have your unconscious prisoner and your information about a approaching visit from Lord Northstole, whoever that may be.
Lord Northstole.
And we'll find out what his lordship has planned next time.